Good morning, everybody. First of all, I want to thank you all out there for your support last evening and during the night, both in terms of inspiration, emotional support, and those of you who donated so kindly to ensure that the equines in our care are properly looked after. But this video is not directed at you. This video is directed to His Majesty the King of Morocco, Mohammed VI, to the Minister of the Interior of Morocco, to the Minister of Tourism in Morocco, and also to the Wali in Marrakesh. And I make this broadcast very humbly because I know that our King is compassionate. I'm a long-time resident of Morocco, and I know that under the Moroccan constitution that I'm entitled to the protection as a matter of law from Morocco, but also I have duties and responsibilities. Our primary duty is our duty to God, King, and the country. And of course, it goes without saying that we have always been committed to the laws and the regulations of the country. And we love Morocco and consider ourselves to be adopted Moroccans. So I make this call to you very humbly, because during the pandemic, here at our refuge at Jargier, we have doubled the number of equines we have taken. And many of those equines have ended up by the side of the road or abandoned in the countryside. And we recognise that many owners are suffering poverty and are desperate and feel they have no alternative. And we have always tried to do the right thing. That is very important. We do the right thing. However hard that is, and there is no end, we have to keep on doing the right thing. But the time has reached that I am reaching out to you, to those of you in authority, to help us. We're not asking for financial support, but the reality is that we are picking up equines across the whole of Morocco, and you will understand that many of them die when they're with us, and we have to bury them on our land. So actually our land becomes worthless, but we do that willingly because it's the right thing to do. There are other charities in Morocco, Spanner, for example, and the Fondouk of Fez being significant ones that care for equines. And as I understand it, they have the facility and access through the local authority to cremation facilities for their animals. My first ask of you is please help us in that regard. We will continue doing what we do, but our cemetery is full, and we will not leave an animal to suffer by the side of the road. We will always try to do our best. And we don't have time to go through the administrative systems, which can take weeks, if not months. So please, to the Wali of Marrakesh, will you treat us in the same way that you treat Spanner? I think that would be fair, and we are asking for no more. We would like to meet you very quickly and see how we can do together for the poor animals that pass away on our land, having been left to die by the side of the road. We give them some comfort before they go. And secondly, we have to look at what is happening to these animals who are suffering considerable extreme pain. Animals that have worked for human beings, have been the backbone of Morocco. They may be 200 kilometres away from us, and we always offer that if a vet will go out and see them, we're prepared to pay the vet. So really, we do need in Morocco a system of emergency veterinary care. The little donkey that my men went out last night to rescue on a 7-hour round journey, they are working with now, and it has a cord deeply embedded in its leg, which has caused a huge infection and deformity, and its other hoof has become deformed as well. That could have been dealt with weeks ago by a vet. So I love Morocco. I never want to leave the country. I believe what we have done at Georgia is good for Morocco. You only have to look at our reviews and you will see that people who visit the kingdom will visit here and say this has been the highlight of their trip. We show the very best of Morocco. All the men who work for us are Berbers. They are 100% committed. They are compassionate, kind, have skills that are quite extraordinary. And really, Your Majesty, you should be very proud of the 2 young men who drove all that way last night to save a donkey, arrived back here after 10 o'clock in the evening, made sure the donkey was comfortable and fed, and are working on that donkey now to relieve its suffering. These young men are not vets, but they have learned a great deal from our own vet, and they show a degree of skill, compassion, and ability that goes way and beyond. Please let us all work together with your blessing to improve the lot of working animals and in turn assist the people who own them, the people who care for them, and the hundreds of young Moroccans who support us every day here at Georgia. Thank you for listening to me, and goodbye.